Here are some of the steps. Number one, next slide, please. Be brutally honest with yourself. Where are you right now and where do you want to be? Are your finances jacked up? I mean, be honest with you. You don't have to tell me. Are your finances jacked up? Are you in a business but you feel like it's more of a hobby because you're not making any money? And all you're doing is giving homie hookups and sales and discounts because you're not magnetizing the clients who value what you bring to the table enough to say, I'll pay premium rates? Are you in that space? Are you in a toxic relationship? Do you have toxic friendships that aren't supporting you in your growth and development as a woman? Wherever it is that you are, just acknowledge it. Acknowledge it to yourself and then visualize where you want to be. And what I say is you've got to walk in the shoes you want to walk in before you ever fill those shoes. So before I ever became an international speaker, guess what I was saying? I'm going to be an international speaker. I'm going to be on a stage with Les Brown, Tony Robbins, and Lisa Nichols, and I'm going to have this little thing right here, whatever this is called, the little mic with my little clip on it. Like I talked about it and visualized it before it ever happened, because if you can see it in your mind before it ever happens, most likely you're going to put in the work to make it happen. Don't compare yourself to anybody else. What I say is don't be a good imitation of someone else. Be an amazing representation of who you really are. Your authentic self. And when you are your authentic self, the real you, you never have to show up as anybody else. And people will be drawn to you based on your spirit, based on what you bring to the world. Don't try to be an imitation of anybody else. Don't try to be Cheryl Wood. You can't be me. I can't be Les Brown. I can't be Lisa Nichols, and she's amazing, and Les is amazing. But I can't be them. I can only be me. And then clarify your goals and write them down. If your goal is not written down, it's just a wish. We're not in a fairy tale. We're in the real world. Wishes are for fairy tales. Write your goals down. Next one, number 2. Upgrade and risk more. You got to work your mind muscle like you would your other muscles. One of my members of my Sizzle speaker group, she's here, Krista Ridley in the corner. She has these amazing guns. Her arms are dynamic. She has a table in the back. And I'm always like, dang, this dress would look so hot with your arms. Right? But I say that jokingly, but she clearly goes to the gym and she works out her muscles. But are you working your mind muscle the same way? Are you reminding yourself that you can do this with the belief that you can do it, with the reaffirmations that you can do it? Are you talking to yourself positively or negatively? Are you disconnecting the conversation with fear? Fear of rejection, fear of failure, fear of change, fear of decisions. You've got to make decisions if you're going to build wealth. You've got to say, this is what I'm doing wrong, this is what I need to be doing, and this is how I'm going to implement it. All right, let's move on. Embrace fears. So this is me, as you can see at the top. This is August of last year, 6 months ago. I kept saying that I wanted, this is where I started. I was selling t-shirts. I was working a full-time job, and I started entrepreneurship selling t-shirts out of my trunk and at vendor events. Selling t-shirts. I had a mommy business t-shirt called Moms Are the Best. I didn't know what the heck I was doing. I just knew I didn't want to punch nobody's time clock anymore. And if I wanted something different, I had to what? Do something different. So I started here, and you see me here. I grew from that in 5 years to selling out stadiums. In August, I rented out the Showplace Arena, t-shirts, yes? In August, I rented out the Showplace Arena right in Prince George's County. And I had my own event because I got tired of hearing myself say I want to share the stage with Les Brown. And Les Brown hadn't called me yet. So what I realized is I was putting myself in a holding pattern, in a wait pattern, waiting for somebody else to make my dream come true. So instead of doing that, I had to take action. I said, I'm going to rent my own stadium. And I'm going to sell my own tickets. And we had literally over 1,100 women and girls who came out to that event in August at the Showplace Arena. So I've lived my dream. I didn't wait on anybody else to create it for me. Okay? Let's look at the next slide. I'm constantly pushing myself. This is me jumping out of a plane. I know, right? I know. I'm going to say this. I know we have more than just black women, but black people don't do this. But I say that because I believe in giving more power to my faith than my fear. And so I said, okay, I'm telling women to be fearless, to go after what they want, to do the things that scare them. What scares me the most is, oh my God, I can't believe she's holding my stop sign up, is heights, jumping out of a plane. So I did the thing that scared me the most in life. I went up 12,000 feet and jumped out. Let me tell you a story as I wind this down. 2009, it was Thanksgiving Day. I got a phone call. And I ran to the phone to try to get the phone, and I missed the phone. And of course, it's Thanksgiving Day, so I'm getting my kids ready. We're trying to get out of the house. You know, all this stuff is going on. I missed the call. No more than 30 seconds later, my phone rings again. I look at the phone, it says Cherie. Cherie is my twin sister. I have a twin sister who's 2 minutes older than me. She thinks she's the boss of me, but she's not. So Cherie and I are very, very close. We share emotion, we share everything. So I answer the phone and say, hey girl, and all I can hear on the other end is profuse sobbing. And immediately I'm emotional and I'm about to tear up because I know something's wrong. I know my sister very well, what she feels, I feel. And she literally could not get herself together. I said, Cherie, please, get yourself together. Tell me what's going on, what's happening. And she composed herself long enough just to say 2 words. And those 2 words were, Daddy died. My father was 59 years old. Never even got to 60. 59. Passed away of a massive heart attack in his sleep. We didn't see that coming. We didn't know that was going to happen. That wasn't in the cards. And I lived close enough to him where I was able to go to his home, because when you pass in your home, there's a whole process. And there's a medical examiner. They make sure there's no foul play. All this is the process. But I was there when they closed my father in body bag. That was 4 years ago, when it feels like it happened yesterday. And I remember watching my grandmother, because my father was the oldest of 8. This is her oldest child. And I remember watching my grandmother literally just heartbroken and in tears. But I remember thinking to myself, wow, that's it. Like they literally handed me a bag with his social security card, his watch, his ring, some of his personals, his pocket knives, and his crazy. But I just remember thinking to myself, I hope he lived the life he wanted to live in 59 years. And although that's sad, and although it was a tragedy for my family, and I miss him dearly, it was also an awakening moment for me. It was an awakening moment to say, whatever I want to do, I got to do it now. I don't know that my tomorrow is coming. I don't know when I close my eyes today that I'm going to wake up and be able to carry out my plans tomorrow. I don't know. That means today has got to be amazing. That means today I've got to walk through fear. I've got to walk through discomfort. I've got to walk through challenges. I've got to walk through setbacks. And I've got to be determined that nothing is going to turn me back from pursuing my dream. Even when I fall flat on my face, guess what I do? I pick myself up quicker than anybody else. And I laugh at myself. And I keep things moving. So make sure that you are willing, you're willing to live in your today and to make today amazing. Last but not least, I want to go back to the chocolate chip cookies because I think that's important. And I see your stop signs and I'm coming, I promise. Number 3 was to get your chocolate chip cookies. And I say get your chocolate chip cookies because my son, my baby boy, he's 6 years old, every morning he comes to the kitchen. And he says, Mommy, can I have 2 chocolate chip cookies? It's 8 o'clock in the morning. And I said, Jalen, get out of this kitchen. You ain't getting no chocolate chip cookies at 8 o'clock in the morning. And he takes his blanket and he leaves. He owns the invader. He leaves. 5 minutes later, Jalen is back in the kitchen. Mommy, can I have 2 chocolate chip cookies? See, he changed his tone. And even my response changed. So I said, boy, Jalen, it's 8 o'clock. Are you that hungry, baby? I'm cooking breakfast. Come on out of the kitchen. But my tone changed. 5 minutes later, Jalen is back in the kitchen. Mommy, can I please have some chocolate chip cookies? And while I'm puffing and breathing hard, what am I doing? Ripping open the chocolate chip cookie bag and giving him his 2 chocolate chip cookies. What do I mean by that? Go get your chocolate chip cookies. Ask until you get what you want. Move until you get what you want. Don't give up. Don't stop. You keep coming back. If that person says no, you go and ask the other person. Keep getting through your no's to get to your yes. No just means next opportunity. It doesn't mean stop. It doesn't mean quit. Get your chocolate chip cookies. You got pictures. So my free gift to everybody is, my free gift, I told you I've never had speaking 15, I'm sorry. So, 10 ways to create the reality that you want. I want you to get that special report. All you have to do is bring your business card or write your name and your email down and bring it to me in the back. I'll be here through the break. And then for those who want more, I have a 4-week intensive training. You can either choose the personal track or the entrepreneur track. What are you going to get from me? Every week in your inbox, you're going to get a training module. And I go deep. I don't play. I over-deliver. Why? Because your success is my success. And if I can't help you to be successful, you can't help me to be successful. Because then you out there and you looking a hot mess and you talking about Cheryl Wood is my coach. No. We're not having that. So I pour into you as much as I can so that you can succeed. So you get the 4 weekly training modules. You get 4 weekly assignments. Yes, you get homework that you have to report back. I hold you accountable for what you say you want to do. So if you want to write a book, if you want to move to the next level in your business, if you want to move to another level in your career, if you have a life goal, this is for you. You get 2 group lecture and accountability calls with me with Q&A. Next. You also are going to get a 30-minute consult with me one-on-one by phone. That alone is worth the price of the package. You're also going to get my book, How I Flatlined and Woke Up in 45 Days. You're going to get the ebook and my second book, The Power to Sizzle, Transformational Power Thoughts of Creating the Life You Want. I sell this package for $6.99 to my private clients, and they pay it. But I've had conversations with some of their staff, with the people who plan this event, and I know that some of you are not able to pay that. You're not able to invest. You want to invest in yourself, but you say, I can't do that right now. So I'm doing something extra special today. Lord, my husband will probably bless me. Today only, $99. I can only offer it to 10 people. Why? Because I'm only one person. And I like to make sure that I'm going to be able to pour into you. If I take more than 10, what happens? You don't get the best of me. So I want to give you the best of me. So the first 10 people who come back to the table, you can sign up for the package, $99. And in closing, all I want to say is this. Every day, this is what I do. I convince myself that I'm a winner. I talk to myself, and I say, girl, you got this. I pretend that I'm the gold medalist standing up on the stage, and nobody can take anything from me. And my motto for 2014 is this, and this is why I wear this. Playtime is over. Playtime is over. I'm serious about where I'm going in my life and my business. Are you serious? Come back to the table, get one of these free wristbands to remind yourself that playtime is over, and make sure that you treat yourself like a winner every day. If you don't believe you're a winner, nobody else is going to believe you. Thank you so much.